everybody, and my name is Eula, and welcome to Eula's English Country again. An English book to read today is Magic Treehouse Story, Civil War on Sunday story, and we can start at chapter 9 and begin reading the stories, okay? And now, today we started chapter 9. Don't give up and begin reading at this story, okay? And that means tomorrow we read a new book and new story to read, okay? And now, are you ready to read these two books and two stories with some lots of characters? And now here we go. And first you can read Magic Treehouse Civil War on Sunday, chapter 9, Don't Give Up. Annie, said Jack. Over here, she called. Jack saw two fingers standing in the twilight. He walked over Annie and Clara. They all stared at the direction of the dentist's battlefield. Bright lights flashing against the dark blue horizon, cannon shells exploding. Every time you see a flash, you know a sure may have taken a life of many lives, said Clara. That's awful, said Annie. Yeah, it is, said Clara. A whole world can vanish in that flash. A young man joys and sorrows and his memories. This is a cruel war, said Annie. All worlds are cruel, said Clara Burton, and people feel the most fault at their causes if they believe in it. But they soon discover the war isn't about a glory frame, and it's about a miss and terribly and pain and sadness. It makes me miss my mom and dad, said Annie. It makes me really miss them. And Annie sounded tired and homesick. Finally, she had lost her cheerfulness. I think it's time to go. You're home, said Clara. And Jack died all about the man who needed food and water, kindness and comfort. No, Jack said, we have to stay. We can't give up. The list, don't give up. Jack pulled one list and showed Clara Burton. Oh, yeah, she said, nodding. I see one of my nurses have written down the things I often say. Let's me add the same or who often say. And let me add one thing more. Do not forget the ones who love you. And Jack had a big sigh. And he's homesick too. Can we keep the list? He said. Of course, said Clara. You don't have to work in a hospital to follow my words. Stay. Work in a hospital to follow my words. Stay. Work in all the life will matter where you go. Thanks, said Jack. And my thanks, both of you, said Clara Burton. You're a great helper. You're a great teacher, said Annie. Goodbye, said Clara Burton. Be brave and careful going home. We will, Jack said Annie. Bye. And the sun is setting in a walk out of the camp, and the boom of the cannon sounded in the distance, and the soldiers sang a song around a campfire. We're tenting tonight in the old campground. Give us a song to cheer in our weary hearts, and a song of home and frenzy love so dear. And Jack and Annie walked through the dark, finding feared, and their time to reach the woods star were out, and they climbed a rope ladder up the treehouse, and Annie grabbed a Pennsylvania book. Wait, said Jack. He looked in a window. He couldn't see anything below, but the soldier's song still carried to the warm, starry sight. Many are hearts are weary tonight, wishing for a war to sins. As Jack listened, a Clara Burton, an early slave, a young complicated soldier, John, and a drummer boy. War's not a game, Jack said softly. It's definitely not a game. Many are hearts looking for the right to see it down at pieces. A song ended, and the cannon fire stopped. The night was quiet except for a croaking frogs. Betty, Annie whispered, Ready, said Jack. I really wish we could go home. Annie said, pointing to a picture of the frog-creed boots, and a wind started to blow and a treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and everything was still, absolutely still. And now chapter 10, Home, Sweet Home. There was a blooming in an instant. Jack opened his eyes and caught breath. Is that a cannon fire, he wondered, or is still in a civil war? Of course not. And we're home, said Annie. Home, sweet home. Oh man, whispered Jack. They were home, in the black and the froggery boots. They were wearing their complicated clothes again. The cannon fire really only thunder. The moment Jack loved the thunder. Raindrops tapped against the treehouse. We better hurry, said Jack. Wait, we have to listen in a treehouse, said Annie. It was the first special writing for Morgan Library, something to follow. And Jack took a list of Cara Burton's rules out of a pack and put in the floor next to Morgan's ladder. I wondered how that list will help save a Camelot, he said. I don't know, said Annie. But you know what's weird about getting the list? I think we could just have taken this home when we first got it. We had to live it first, Jack nodded. And it was complicated, right? He thought, and he picked it up in a backpack. Wait, I see another note, said Annie, and she picked a piece of a paper off a treehouse floor. And one was certain come back on Wednesday. I guess that Morgan wants to look for a next special writing, said Annie. That's just 3 days, said Jack. Let's go home and rest. He started on the rope ladder and Annie followed. They went stopping and took ground. The rain began pouring down. Run, said Jack. They ran to the froggery roots. And they run to the street and they ran to their porch and dashed into a dry, cozy house. And they look at their parents reading in the living room. Mom, Dad, Annie cried. We're so glad to see you. Well, we were glad to see you too, said sounding a little puzzled. Go in the dry clothes, said their mom. And Jack and Annie started up the rooms, half away in the stairs, and Jack stopped. I have a question, he said to his parents. Anyone in our family fight in the Civil War? And they looked at a surprise. Yes, he said, one of your great-great-great-grandfathers was a drummer boy. Oh, man, whispered Jack. Oh, what's his name, Dad? Asked Dad. John, said. Oh, wow, there, Dad said. The John is a drummer boy at this book, too. And Jack and Annie gasped. And there's what happened to the John, said Annie. Jack asked. He grew up to a school teacher, their mom said. We have 5 children. And Jack and Annie whooped in the joy. That's great news, said Annie. Really great news, said Jack. Thanks for telling us. Sure, their dad smiled, and Dottie looked puzzled again, and asked Jack, hurried up the room from the word in the Civil War song they thought this month. Give us a song to cheer, or very hot and a song of home. Now the Anna reading this Magic Tree House Civil War on Sunday. Okay, and thank you for coming to my YouTube and to maybe read a new book and new stories to read. You'll be very excited. And now please thumbs up my YouTube and see you tomorrow. And happy Thursday. Now bye for now and have a